Hey everyone, I am so pleased today to be back for another Design Cut session, and I am joined by my good friend and the super talented Kris Lauren from Pretty Little Lines. How are you, Kris? I'm
great, thanks, Tom. How are you?
I'm great. I'm okay on a very, very overcast Thursday here in the UK. I don't know what it's like for you. Is it okay? Yeah. We can see people, as always, tuning in from all around the world. We've got a lot of people from the US, actually, people in Colorado, Singapore as well, Slovakia, Cyprus, Watford as well, Andy, a fellow UK dweller, Kathy from the Midwest. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. This should be a super fun session. Kris, do you mind talking us through what you're going to be sharing today? Because it's going to be a lot of cuteness, I believe.
A lot of cuteness. Yeah, shocking. I know for me. But yeah. So I'm going to show you my new Summer Loving Clipart pack. And it's a continuation of some of the cute bear and bunny and raccoon and fox characters that I've done in the past. So this time they are enjoying the summer. And it is sort of a West Coast Hawaiian beachy surfer vibe. And then I'm going to show you 2 videos of actually how I created them and how you can use them in all the previews as well.
Amazing. So can't wait to share that with everyone tuning in live, and definitely looking out the window. I need some summer vibes right now. So
Totally.
Couldn't be better timing. Awesome. Well, take it away, Kris. Let's jump right in.
All right. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. I would.
And yeah, while Kris is bringing that up, let us know, how is the weather where you are? Are you enjoying some sunshine, or is it pretty grey and bleak? The same as it is here.
Tom, I usually have the little icon come up, but it is not coming up. It has come up every time. But
how weird. Well, you just did it a second ago as well. That's super strange. This is fine. Thank you for the patience, everyone. This is the beauty of live. Kris, what you could do is feel free to jump off, and then I'll invite you back on, and we can see if that works.
I just close video, will that work?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for bearing with us, guys. Let me just invite Kris back on. But this is not our first rodeo. These things do happen from time to time. I'm sure we can organize a session very rapidly for all of you. So I can see, I'm going to multitask here while I arrange Kris to come back on. I can see Kathy's got sunshine and a beautiful day. I'm very, very jealous in that case, Kathy. The sun is starting to show here in Bagshot in the UK. Clearly, I'm in the wrong part of the UK in that case. Martin, sunny in California, isn't it all? Raining in Holland, being grey and rainy for days. I know, I want the sun to come back, everyone. I was looking slightly less pale than normal because we had a real heat wave. Sunny in Colorado as well. Oh no, Kris seems to have disappeared. Do bear with me, everyone. This is very strange. We're having unexpected technical issues. I'm sure the team are on this as well. Okay, I found Kris again. The internet's doing funny things, guys. Thank you for bearing with us. Kathy says just share it. Hey, Kris.
Okay. Hi.
I found you. You weren't coming up. Nothing's working today.
I was going to type, like I'm still here.
Is it is it coming up now?
It's there now.
Yes.
It's there now. Not a problem. That was so weird. Like I promised, we practiced this.
I swear, I used to get super nervous about that kind of thing, but we've done so many of these now. We've seen it all. Thank you for bearing with us, guys. Okay, if the team could please focus on Kris's screen, and let's do this. We have a fantastic video tutorial. So, Kris, I believe you're going to talk us through what happens as we watch.
Yes. So this is the end result, and let me show you how I got here. So I am looking at a reference photo of a VW Beetle because I don't have it committed to memory, of course, but I'm just doing a super loose sketch using a 6B pencil, I think, and I'm just sort of roughly getting the general shape and lines because cars are all about lines. So I'm just trying to get that really rough shape, and I like to use my eraser a lot just to find my sketch, and that helps me out. That's why I love Procreate, because it's so easy to erase stuff. So yeah, I'm looking at a couple of images here, just trying to get that general look of the car and where all the bits and pieces go.
Cool. I just saw you kind of warp and manipulate it as well.
Yeah,
so as well as drawing.
Absolutely. The warp tool or the liquify tool is great. Just again, getting those shapes and just making the proportions better. It's just so much faster, especially when you speed it up like this. I don't actually draw that fast.
No, it's all lies, people. She's practiced a lot.
I'm amazing.
Her hand is a blur when Kris works.
That's right.
Yeah, we did want to kind of walk you through the whole process today. So hence, for a change, we do have a pre-recorded video because watching the actual thing would be considerably longer than this session slot.
This took me a few hours. So
yeah.
This will be 8 minutes instead of 4 hours. So it's good.
We're going to get a whole process overview, which is cool.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get a circle, not an absolutely perfect circle, just because these aren't meant to be exact. I want it to have sort of a more drawn out vibe, not too mechanical looking. Yeah, just keep going, adding more details.
And you didn't do the thing where you constrain it to a perfect circle, did you?
No, I just did it roughly. I kind of did it roughly, but yeah, just to make it.
Perfect. And as always, everyone watching live with us right now, do pop any questions in the Ask a Question feature below this video. Because I think everyone has a different process, right?
Oh, yeah. And sometimes I change it up depending on the day too, you know?
and this is something I've seen, every illustrator. It's Procreate. Hetty just asks.
Yes.
What drawing app you're using. So it's Procreate. And this is something that I've seen every illustrator who's joined us on these sessions. They tend to do a kind of rough sketch. And then they knock back the opacity of that and go and do a rough sketch.
That's what I do every time. That's for sure. Yeah. So here I am. This is more getting some actual line work going with the dry ink brush, one of my favorites.
Nice.
And just getting those lines in there. See, now I did do that circle a little bit nicer. I lied. Yeah. But yeah,
very
it's
cool. And then you're just erasing the line work of the upper part of the wheel.
Yes. So I just turned, yes. Yeah, just making that go away. And now I'm just coloring in with the Spectra brush. I really like this brush. It gives a nice textured look. And then I changed my mind because I'm going to go in and just with a studio pen, just ink it in so that I have a solid fill. So then I can use a clipping mask to use the Spectra brush on, and then I erase it. Now, the reason I'm erasing is because with the Spectra brush, it's like you kind of want to just paint over loosely, because if you do two specific lines, it does overlap because it kind of has a built-in opacity to it. So to have that nice texture that I like, that sort of, it looks kind of watercolory, I have to erase the stuff.
And I can see you're kind of blending it there as well. Is that just using the brush as is?
Yeah, and blending it. And then sometimes I rarely use the blender brush, but sometimes I do. Just if there's an edge that I don't like. So I'm trying to create some chrome look there a little bit.
And at this point, are you still heavily using the reference?
Not so much at this point. Really, it was just mostly for the shape or just on all the details. But now I'm just coloring it as I kind of want. Yeah. And then the detail at the back was sort of more from a vintage car, because I like the idea of having sort of putting that cooler on the back. I wanted to get that in there, which you'll see in a bit. I turned it off.
It's actually really therapeutic to watch.
Is it?
Kris, I don't know. I don't think you've got this open in a second tab, do you? I'm hearing a slight bit of feedback on my voice.
Oh,
possibly.
no.
I don't know if you could turn me down very slightly in your headphones, please.
Of course. Sure.
Thanks so much. No one wants two toms to listen to.
Oh, wow. Tom and stereo. Is that better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Oh, awesome. Just doing some highlights again. I think I mostly use the Spectra brush for all the painting part in this, just to have a consistent look. I
love the vintage vibe.
Yeah.
Very cool as well.
Me too.
Good morning, Angela, as well. Thank you for joining us. And I'm loving this app, as he says. Yeah, fantastic.
So for glass, I'm just filling it in solid and then knocking back the opacity to make a glass transparent look. Yeah.
I love it because it's got quite a flat look, but at the same time, it's also skeuomorphic.
Yeah.
Shading, but not completely over the top shading.
Yeah, not too much. Yeah. And I use, as you can see, a ton of layers. I am a layer addict.
Do you find that you start running out on Procreate? I know that's
I
quite a
do.
common
I do.
issue.
It's super annoying. Well, because I'm trying to work in a fairly, my sizes are usually, I start with a 4,000 by 4,000 pixel canvas. So, you know, it's pretty big. And so, yeah, I do run out of layers really quickly. So sometimes I'll just duplicate my canvas. And then like, so I have just like a whole other file, and then I'll merge stuff there so that I haven't, you know, eliminated stuff that I can't go back and fix. So here I'm making a surfboard, just making some decisions here. And I think that's the Spectra brush as well. And just filling it in with the studio pen.
I love how different this is from some of your work, because obviously we've seen your incredibly intricate wedding designs.
Oh, yes.
Wedding dresses and that series of packs. But, you know, this is equally fantastic, but just such a different feel.
Yeah. It's fun. I like drawing like this too. I like having a little variety. I like to, of course, I always listen to my Honest Designers and all my Tom Ross stuff. So I know all about the niching, but I do like to draw in a few styles a little bit. I think it always looks like me at the end of the day, though.
Oh, yeah, it does. You can definitely spot your work a mile off, which is great. So C is asking, which Apple Pencil are you using? Is this like the latest one?
No. This is old, and my iPad is, I think it's the 2nd generation. So my pencil still plugs into the wall.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So, which is kind of annoying.
Oh, he's so cute.
So I've brought him in because I've drawn him before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to use, right now, I'm just using him as reference, thinking I was going to drop him in like that. He's got a little cooler, of course. Gotta have that.
And also Kendra asks, are you saying Spectra brush?
I think it's Spectra brush. Yeah.
Okay. Is that one of the Procreate default ones?
Yes, it is. It's in, I think it's in the paint section. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I really like it. I just, you know, you get on a brush and you sort of use it for lots of stuff. That's your favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's really starting to come to life here as well.
Yeah, so I decided to use that little bear that I had going. So there.
Oh, it's so cool. Amazing. That's awesome. And so this is one of the elements from the pack as a whole, your new summer pack.
Now, so of course that you can do, the car is separate, the bear is separate, all the accessories are separate, so you can choose which ones you want and create it yourself. And the car is in multiple colors as well. Amazing.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of comments. Adorable, cute.
All right, or do you want me to show you the next video?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you remind me, Kris, how many videos did you want to share today? Okay, awesome. So I think what we're going to do, we will demo this video, kind of explain Kris's process, and then we're going to take as much Q&A as we can today. So any Procreate questions you have, any questions about illustration, definitely use the Ask a Question feature below the stream.
Absolutely. I love questions. So this shows you how I draw the bear a little bit more. Since I've drawn this bear a lot, I've already have sort of ready to go. I like to have them looking consistent sort of as a character across, you know, keep the head same size, same proportions, all that kind of stuff. So this is the 6B pencil. I often work mostly in Procreate brushes that are native to it for the most part, except when I'm doing watercolor stuff. But it's nice. I find it's nice just if you're showing, because I have a YouTube channel, so I have these videos, and it's nice to be able to say, let people know that you can use this brush, or you can use one that's already native to Procreate. So
perfect.
I already have it ready to go.
It's it was a little blurry, but I think it's kind of coming into focus a bit more now, which is fantastic.
Oh no, okay.
Everyone's loving your adorable style of illustration, though.
Oh, thanks.
What is, in fact, has this character got a name? I always like to ask this when we have animal characters.
I should give her a name.
Well, I think I know what to do. I think we should let the lovely community members make some suggestions and see if we can officially name. So is this a boy bear or a girl bear or a gender neutral bear?
Okay. Well, this one I figure is a girl just because she's got eyelashes, but hey, you can do whatever.
Okay,
but there's the boy and the girl.
Bernadette, Amy says that's so great.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, there's a boy and a girl, and they look identical except for the eyelashes and the color of them. So.
Okay, so yeah, get your bear names in the comments.
So there's a girl and a boy name if you want to pick those.
Veronica, Michelle says. So we've got Bernadette, Veronica, Polly, Sonny. Oh, and the boy can be Bernie.
Oh, Bernie, yes. So there I'm actually I always put a little splatter brush on there for some texture. I know people have asked me that before. And I use the gouache brush for the pink and the gouache also for some shadows when I end up doing them as well here.
It's super cute.
Yeah. Chilling out. No, it was really fun doing this pack. I love doing it.
It looks like it would make you very happy drawing it.
Yes. The sunshine.
And if I remember correctly from the start of this video, is there going to be a watermelon float?
Yes.
Behind Bernadette's?
Yes. So thought we'd get some pool floaties going. I kind of wanted to do one of those flamingo ones, but I couldn't figure out how to draw it well from this perspective.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
Look like what it is. It wouldn't have made much sense, but anyway.
I really like the pencil feel to the line work. Mm-hmm. It's really nice.
That's 6B again. Yeah, just classic. Yeah, 6B and the dry ink are my favorite for line work at the moment.
So my fiance is actually next door as I'm doing this session with you drawing. I dug out my old pencils.
Nice.
And so I think she's drawing one of our new house plants at the minute that's called Fidel.
Oh, good for her. Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, I was digging out all my old stuff too the other day because my son, he's 12, and they had to do a mastery project, which meant, kind of independently kind of do a new project and master it. So he wanted to learn how to draw cars because he's obsessed with cars. So I was getting out all my drafting stuff and all my big old felts and stuff. It's really great.
That's awesome. Yeah, so cathartic drawing. I really miss it.
I know. We need to do it more. Come on, you've got time.
I used to love it. Honestly, I did it at school and college, but no time, Kris.
No, I know what you mean. I only got to pick a couple things. Oh,
I'm very jealous that you get to do this for a living.
I know, right? Me too. I always think it's hilarious. I still laugh about it. Because I've done a lot of things in the art world as far as trying to figure out how to make do something with art, but that is a business. Mm-hmm. And, I did a lot of web design and graphic design, and I went into interior design and all that stuff. But the thing that has worked the best is drawing cute little characters. I think it's pretty funny.
It's a good dinner party one where someone's like, "What do you do?" I draw adorable.
I know. Well, this is what I've always been a fine artist. So it's like, the thing that I was thinking wasn't going to be something I would be successful at is the thing that is working the best.
I think it's so great, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
And for all the illustrators watching live right now, we talk about this a lot when we do the Honest Designers Show podcast. Just sometimes you have to take that step back and realize this is, I get to do this for a living.
Oh, yeah.
It might be stressful some days. There are trials and tribulations, but at the same time, it's like you get to draw for fun, for a living. Yeah. And, so many people can only dream of that.
Absolutely. No, I'm so very, very, very thankful. And yeah, sometimes it is work. I mean, it's, that is part of it, but 90% of it, super fun doing this. Pretty great. Yeah. So I did do all these, even though I didn't draw it like this for this demo, these the floaties are all separate.
Perfect. Yeah. Separate elements.
Yes, separate elements. So you can swap out the bear or to whatever character, and there's multiple floaties. I'll show you later.
I don't want to put you on the spot, Kris.
No.
I don't suppose you have your iPad fired up to do an extra mini sketch of anything today, and if not, that's completely fine. Like,
sure.
I'm not saying it.
Or would you want me to put some elements together? Would that be?
We could do. Because people are loving this, but there's a couple of comments where people are saying, it'd be so helpful as well to see in real time just your technique. So
sure.
I don't mean a final outcome, even just being able to watch you sketch in real time after this. Would that be okay?
Sure. Let me go grab it. Just one sec.
Okay. Thanks so much. There you go, Liz and Kendra. Happy to help.
All right. Hopefully my pen is charged.
I'm so sorry to ask out the blue like that. No. No, it's not what we had planned.
Totally fine. Would you? How do
we
I?
have Kendra and Liz who are very happy in the comments though. So and same with Becky.
No problem. Okay, so how do I hook up my iPad?
Oh, this is the question. You've done it before, right? On a session?
No, I've never done live sketching.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I thought you had. Okay. Well, in that case, we might actually need to have you back to do that on another session if you feel more comfortable. Sorry, Kendra and Liz, but I promise
we will do it.
Yeah, we will. We'll definitely do it because we love watching Kris work. My apologies, Kris. I thought you'd come on and live sketch with us before.
No.
We get Kat on our team. She's great at walking people through how to connect all that stuff.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, we do plenty of Q&A if you're curious about techniques today, guys. Nice. Oh, that's so cool with the shades.
So she's got accessories too. Again, those are individual elements, and she comes with or without a bathing suit.
Yeah, I don't know about everyone watching right now, but personally, I really want a watermelon bathing suit right now. Pretty adorable.
It reminds me of one my little cousin used to have.
So Amy just asked, can we share our process of hooking up an iPad for sharing? There's actually several ways. So you can do it via direct cable. You can do it with an overhead camera, something like that. But I know some of the team, Mariana's watching this right now. So if we could make a note of that, we can definitely try and put a guide in our Learn section. That would be amazing to help people out, because I know more and more people are live streaming and that kind of thing.
For sure.
First of all, thank you so much for sharing, Kris. That was great. Appreciate it. Let's give it up for Kris in the comments. But I always love getting insight into how, the very talented artists that we work with do what they do so well. So yeah, really cool.
Oh, thank you.
I can see there's a few questions. So let's maybe jump in and do some Q&A before we show off some more adorable graphics, if that's okay.
For sure.
Okay, so Hetty asks, I really struggle to make non-pixelated artwork drawings in Procreate. What dimensions do you use, if you don't mind sharing? And then Holly says, I second this. What's your recommended dimensions and DPI? Because I think she's also struggling with this kind of pixelated thing.
I always work with, I generally start with about 4,000 by 4,000 pixels and 300 DPI at least, or 400 sometimes. So yeah, that's usually the dimensions I start with.
Perfect. And is that what would likely cause pixelation if it wasn't big enough? And then I guess maybe if it got resized?
Yes. Just start with a nice big canvas and just make sure that your DPI is high. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would. I haven't had that problem with using those dimensions, but
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
DPI. I do
Eleni,
400 if you're really worried about it.
Yeah. Okay. Eleni has an incredibly technical question, so don't worry if you don't know this, because I'm not sure I do.
Okay, I'll try my best.
But Eleni asks, if you wish to make an art print of a scene with these figures, what type of paper do you suggest? I usually use a German word which I feel like I'm going to mispronounce here awfully. Hanmüll. And my fiance is Austrian, so right now she'd be shaking her head in despair. Photo Rug or William Turner for my digital art. Would these papers look good with raster illustrations as well? Do you ever do printing of your artwork, Kris?
Okay, I'm a very digital person. Yeah, I don't know much about printing, so I'm really the wrong person to ask. Sorry about that.
But I think the bottom line is, we do see a lot of our community printing, and they definitely work. We might not be able to currently advise on paper types, but again, we are bulking out our Learn section a lot. So if there's any community members out there who love printing, do get in touch. Maybe we can work together on a great article to educate more people. So yeah, we had some people asking about the stylus and so on. Hetty says, I recently bought your bodybuilder collection and would like to thank you for this. It's hard as a beginner to gauge dynamics and proportions. I found this pack especially helpful. Will you be releasing any follow-ups for further poses?
Yes, I will do an update to that pack at some point. I love that pack. I'm so glad you liked it. It was super fun to make, and seriously, it was mostly for me at the beginning, because and I just thought, oh well, everybody else would like this. So I'm super happy you like it. But I will be doing more poses, and I will be doing an update. I'm not sure. It might be more the end of the year, maybe in fall.
Perfect. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I have to say, I misread that. So I was going through, I was like, bodybuilder? I was thinking like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something.
I know.
I was like, that sounds off brand for you.
I like making funny titles.
So Dan says, hey, Dan from Denver here. Can you please share what you do if and when you run into creative block, either in general or on a specific project?
I do have that problem sometimes, and it's usually because I am overworked because I'm getting burnt out. It's usually when it happens. So because I normally I haven't had a problem coming up with ideas, but it's more the ideas just don't come out properly, and I just struggle, and I sometimes just sit there staring and like, oof, it's very frustrating. But I've come to realize it really is because I'm just getting burnt out, and I've just done too much and too much overwhelm. So I think the best thing that I'm trying to tell myself to do, and does work when I do it, is to take a break. And I just
I second that.
A proper break, like for maybe even 2 days, which I'm talking to myself right now. But that's really what it is. You just kind of come to the end of your rope, and you just can't function anymore. So you just have to do something different. You really, really do.
Yes.
And that's my suggestion.
I think as well, because I've definitely experienced burnout as a creative multiple times, not beating yourself up further for feeling burnt out, because that's the worst thing. You already feel terrible. And on the verge of burnout. So if you're then chastising yourself, saying, God, I suck, I shouldn't be feeling like this, that kind of compounds it and makes it even worse. So taking a break, sleep. I'll be honest, because we're very honest as a company. We've been so busy lately. I've been so busy myself that yesterday on my lunch break, I just went and laid face down in bed and was like, I need to rest because my brain is not even working. And then last night I got 9.5 hours sleep, and I feel like a new person. So, I think so many creatives try and push through when they're feeling like that, and that's the exact wrong thing to do. It's like, just go self-care, get some sleep, have a rest, and then come back fresh.
It's totally true. I talk to my husband about that all the time, just because, this week I was really like that. 2 days ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I just can't have any more in my head. Like, there's too many things,
Yes.
It's just, my head needs a break. So, and that just crushes creativity, obviously. So Yeah, it's really important to talk about it and to actually do it, because I sit there and try to push through, and nothing good comes out of it. So that would be my recommendation for sure.
So true. Oh, perfect. Kathy says Becca at the Happy Ever Crafter, who's a good friend of mine, actually has a new video on art therapy, which I found helpful. I haven't seen that yet, but I would love to check it out. Also, I can see a comment from Marcus, who thought today was going to be more of a real-time live drawing session. We are going to have Kris back for one of those. And we do, we obviously mix things up all the time. Today, we were condensing many hours of drawing to try and show the whole process. But we're always trying different things. So we always appreciate the feedback, guys. And Angela, I did not cut off the curls, actually. My hair is unbelievably long right now, to the point I had to go and wash it and comb it right before this live stream, because otherwise it was like that for the whole morning.
That's awesome. I know. I have to go do that. I cut all my boys' hair, so I have to do 4 of them today.
Good effort. So our barber shop's not open for another month at least here in the UK. So yeah, I think it might get a bit longer. I'm going to end up looking like you at this rate, Kris.
That's right.
Perfect. So I would love if you could do a super quick demo showcase of the adorable new pack that you've released. Through how people could work with that.
Oh, so show you the previews, or sorry, do a demo?
Yeah. The previews would be amazing. And if possible, I know you don't have Procreate linked up, but maybe we could even open up some things in Photoshop if you have time.
Sure. I hate to say this, Tom, but the thing has gone away again.
Oh no!
How's that happen?
I don't know. The tech gremlins are against us today. Let's try this again.
Okay.
Is it that?
No.
Thanks for your patience, everyone. Okay, Kris.
Toggle video, but it doesn't.
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop you sharing and invite you back on, because that worked before. So bear with me 1 second. All right, just give me 1 second, everyone, and we will get Kris right back on so that she can share her screen and we can jump into more adorable animal creatures. I'm just looking through. Yeah, thank you for joining us as well, everyone. It's always so lovely to see you. I really, really enjoy these Thursday sessions. They're a lot of fun, and I just love the variety of talent that we have in our community, to be honest. We've got so many different styles. Yeah, Kris should be back on just a moment. Ta-da! Oh no, Kris is muted now.
Oh, hold on.
Here we go, you're back. No.
It just went on.
Are you able to share now, Kris?
Yes, I am. It works now.
Amazing.
So weird.
How bizarre.
I just wanted to say Angela's comment about her husband cutting her hair and looking like Lego Joker. It's hilarious. It's awesome. Oh gosh. All right. It's so strange that it goes away.
Very odd.
All right. Can you see that?
Yes, the Summer Loving pack.
Yes. Summer Loving.
So everyone watching, this is Kris's brand new pack. It's literally just dropped. And so if you are into cute critters, keep watching, because there's some adorable stuff in here.
Yeah. So here they all are, the clan here, the group. So we have little bear. Are we calling him Bernie? So it comes with a whole bunch of goodies here, and he has a lovely surfboard, and you can do this wave, and these are all separate, as well as the floral arrangements.
Amazing. So you can just drag and drop any of these individual elements?
Yep. Absolutely. I love these glasses on the raccoon.
That's a pretty cool raccoon.
Isn't it though? So he's got his cool little Hawaiian shirt on. Yeah. And there's lots of surfboards. And you can do different, swap out the different colors of fins and snorkels and whatnot as well.
So cute.
Let's zoom in a little bit.
Oh, look at the floats. There's a donut one.
So So you can make lots of stationery as always, or any sort of printed goods.
I mean, straight away, I'm thinking like kids' birthday invites.
Oh,
and that kind of
yeah, totally. So there are all the pool floaties. You know, the donut, the lemon, strawberry. They were
That's
fun.
amazing. Very cool. What a relaxed bunch of critters.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy says, too cute. Yeah, Pam, Kris does indeed create all of these in Procreate, hand-drawn. And Deborah's talking about scrapbooking pages for children. Yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
Scrapbooking, planners, digital planners, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Digital or non-digital, I guess. Yeah, so here you can see you can build the car and put whoever you want in there and whatever surfboards and make a scene that way with a little sign. And it's not blurry, is it? It's
no, it's okay.
Okay.
Like, yeah, when you're not scrolling, for
right.
sure.
Okay, good. So there you can see you can switch it up.
Very sweet. Yeah, Liz loves the shells as well. Susan can't wait to start working with them. Her brain's starting to explode, hopefully with inspiration.
with stuff.
Yeah, if anyone is looking to grab this pack and play with it and create amazing, adorable artwork themselves, you can get it using the shiny green button below this live stream. Yeah. And it's just launched. So, you're getting first dibs by joining us today.
Yeah. So these characters are all interchangeable with Snow Adorable and Hello Spring. So you can use those elements there for this pack. They should go together.
Very cool. Diane asks, is this kit exclusively for Procreate or can people use it in other softwares?
Oh, they're all PNG files. So whatever supports PNG, so Photoshop, we can even put them in Illustrator. No, not Procreate. They've just been created in Procreate, but they are all PNGs. Transparent backgrounds can be used for pretty much anything, or in pretty much anything.
Yeah, so easy to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Liz says they're bare naked in some of these.
I know. Very good. That's funny.
Oh, that's so cute. Very stylish bathing suit.
Oh, yes. Oh, she's got a little moo dress on type thing.
Oh, that's so good.
Clothing from it.
Do you find, I can see there with the PJs, do you create much stuff for your family home using your talent?
Most of my stuff is girly, so my boys don't really want it.
This is true. Yeah. How many boys do you have again? 3. Yeah.
So, but I do have paintings, like I have like floral paintings and stuff like that. And my mom has, I actually have, this sounds funny. Speaking of bare naked, I did do some nude drawings, but years and years ago, and I did oil paintings of them. And so my mom has those in her bathroom, and she has a really large floral oil canvas there too. So mostly florals. I haven't made clothes for the boys. I'm not sure. They keep begging me to draw some boy stuff, but like, these are boys.
I think you need to indulge them.
Yes, they do. But they want me to draw like cars I did draw a car, but like sports cars, I guess.
Yeah, we've got Liz talking about making a storybook. Could be very cool.
Yes.
With something for the grandchildren.
Yeah. No, they're pretty versatile. Little bunnies. Yes, and this is a journal here. You can do those.
That's a great question, actually. Kendra says, how did you come up with your business name?
Oh, that's a good question.
And the number of times I nearly slip up and say Pretty Little Liars.
I know.
My fiance watched that whole series.
I know. Well, I did too, but that wasn't. But I liked the sort of run on Pretty Little something. But I was in Palm Springs by the pool, chatting with my family what I should name it. So we were just tossing things around. And I wanted it to be, I guess, on brand with, kind of, what you're going to get if you name it something like Pretty Little Lines, I guess. And lines, of course, are for illustration because draw lines all the time, all it is.
And little infers cuteness.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is pretty, all of your work.
Well, thank you. But there's a planner example.
Oh, yeah, I love that. It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these are so colorful.
Yes, this is my mom's favorite pack, she says. She likes the colors. I really like doing all the seashells and things like this with the arrangements. That was fun.
Yeah, it's a really nice touch. It's quite unique as well.
Mm-hmm. So they come in arrangements, or of course they are all individual and you can make your own. Very
cool. Oh, the starfish. Yeah. I'm starting to really geek out over this. I love these kind of individual elements so much.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So here are more individual elements. So you can see how you can build up, it's really versatile. You can do whatever you want with it. The colors.
Becky says buying this today, super cute. Yeah, let us know, everyone, if you've either already grabbed this pack or if it's in your car or you're going to buy it today or this week while it's available as an intro deal. Let us know in the comments because we want to say a big personal thank you and hear how you're going to plan on using it.
Mm-hmm. Lots of surfboards.
God, there's a ton of elements though.
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy's grabbing the pack as well. Thank you, Kathy.
Oh, thanks,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, lots of stuff that, you don't necessarily even have to use with the characters. They can all be used on their own as well. So, and I did have a request before to have some more background elements to create a scene. So I did include some sand and some water.
That's really smart, actually, because what we found is often people get the isolated characters, but then because there's no backdrop, they have to do their own, and invariably it's in a different style because they have a different style than you. So it's so great to have these framing elements.
Oh, I had a lovely customer email me and ask that, and I was like, oh, well, that just makes sense.
It totally does.
Yeah.
Thank you to Deborah. To Sandra, to Dave, Barbara. Thank you for
guys
for checking it out, guys.
Awesome.
Jackie says, this is so not my style. And I know Jackie's style. She says, this is so not my style, but I may be buying it too because hello, it's so effing cute.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie. Love the background elements, Becky says. Agreed. Eleni as well has got it already. Fell in love with the raccoons. Thanks, Eleni. We hope you love playing with it. I just saw the thank you page. I was so busy reading the comments. That's so cute.
Oh, thanks.
Amy says, what other packs of yours does this work with? She wants to buy all of them.
All of them. Snow Adorable and Hello Spring.
Very cool.
So they're basically this similar characters and drawn with the same pens and stuff too. So
style, incredible. If the team could actually link up Kris's store, and do remember at Design Cuts we have the unique feature where the more you buy, the more you save. So it's always a great time if you want to scoop up multiple packs and combine them. You will save on your total order, and it's really worth checking out.
Yeah.
Corinna as well is grabbing it. Deborah has many of your packs as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. This is really cool. So I would say anyone who has any final questions about how to use these packs, how to illustrate in general, do get your questions in now, and we're happy to cover a last couple before we wrap up. But Kris, once again, thank you so much for demonstrating that.
Thank you.
I can see how much hard work's gone into that.
Yes. No, it's lots of work, but super fun.
Amy asks, what is your favorite exercise to help you focus on your drawing?
Well, I sit in, well, I don't know if you can see that chair.
In that chair, yeah.
In that chair. I don't like to work at a desk. I can't stand it. So I sit in a comfy chair, and that's how I
Next
draw.
to the world's biggest mirror. I just noticed that.
It's supposed to be on the wall, but it's heavy, and Matt still hasn't put it up.
It's yet. Like something out of Beauty and the Beast. It's pretty impressive.
It's supposed to be sideways on the wall, but anyway.
Yeah, good luck, Matt. Don't let it crush you.
I know, right? I know,
heavy.
to anchor it and all that stuff. Anyways. So I always sit in a comfy chair and put my feet up and put relaxing music on. I like usually listening to piano instrumental type stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a guy on YouTube. It's Relax Daily, and he just plays the piano for a really long time. So that's nice.
Therapeutic.
Yeah. And I basically that was the question, right? Therapy for me. Mm-hmm. It's coming up here into this room because, as you can see, it's pink. It's the only room in the house that's mine that boys are not really allowed in, although they do come in, but it's away from the noise and the craziness. So just being in here is therapeutic enough.
Yeah, the escape room.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Joanne asks, were you always a doodler as a child? Who were your favorite illustrators or children's book illustrators?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, I always did draw. I've drawn, my earliest memory is in kindergarten, and my friends asking me to always draw in their journals for them. Let me think of illustrators.
Do you have many people that inspire you? Because some people literally just kind of develop their own style by
not really. I mean, obviously I watched a lot of Disney and stuff, and I've always been into animation and any Pixar stuff that comes out, but that's more recent, not so much obvious. Well, Pixar is recent, but not so much Disney. Mm-hmm. But that's, just what you're kind of exposed to, but I don't have any major inspiration that I take my style from. Like I said, I don't know if I've been doing it for so long. I'm not sure if I developed a style or it's just like purposely, or it's just always the way I've drawn, and that's just sort of what comes out.
No, I think that's great, and that's true of many illustrators that we're friends with. A lot of them, they just do it for so long. A style eventually does come out. Yeah, those hours put in.
Kind of forgot.
Perfect. Well, Kris, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. It's always lovely to hang out.
Absolutely. It's so great to see you and everybody on there. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it, you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone a ton. As always, we've got such an incredible community here. Absolutely. We love doing these weekly sessions, and we hope that you enjoyed some insight into Kris's process. And also to everyone, we hope you have fun with all the adorable critters. Again, you can grab this brand new pack directly below this live stream.
Absolutely.
While I've got you, we do not have our regular Thursday hangout session next week because we have an all week long Photoshop event. This is something we've been planning behind the scenes for a long time now. It's going to be enormous. We have, I think, 6 incredible speakers, some of the biggest Photoshop names in the world, teaching you everything from photo compositing to typography and text effects to digital illustration in Photoshop, brand design, packaging design. There's a ton of incredible experts joining us, and there's going to be freebies, there's going to be fun events, there's going to be live streams. It's going to be an amazing week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There is nothing live yet, but if you come back on Monday, you're going to see it all over Design Cuts. This is a week-long event, and it should be incredible. So, Kris, once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
You're so welcome. It's so fun. I appreciate you guys, too. I love you guys. You know how much I love Design Cuts and all the people here, Tom especially. Thanks, guys.
And I promise we will have you back on, Kris, and we can do some live sketching as well.
Absolutely. I'll be prepared.
No, thank you so much. I will see everyone next week as well for this big event. And Kris, I'll talk to you really soon.
Sounds good. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.